Hey y'all, Chuck here, Paige. Hey, today I want to do a special video about 20 things about me and some things about Paige too. I have a lot of personal questions always asked about us all the time, so I'm going to make a video and reference my aggravating wife and my personal information to this video. So anyway, let's get started. 20 things about me and some things about my annoying Thai wife, Paige. Just kidding, I love her. She's perfect. She's crazy though. If you guys have Thai wives or girlfriends, you can relate. Okay, number one. I had to run Paige off, sorry. September 30th, I'll be 50 years old this year. I was born in, I have to check my notes, right? I was born in 1968. I'm 49 years old today. I'll be 50 in a month. Number two, I was born in Miami, Florida, and I was raised in Texas, Houston, Texas, most of my life. Number three, I was in the United States Army. I was a combat medic. I was stationed in Schofield Barracks, Hawaii on the 25th Infantry Division. I was there I was assigned to them during 1990 through 1994. So no, I did not retire in the military. Number four, I've been married 3 times. The first time I got married, I was 20 years old to a American girl, an American sweetheart out of high school. Lasted a year, crazy person. Yeah, literally crazy. And the second marriage, I married a Mexican woman. We had 3 wonderful kids. We were married 16 years. She finally got tired of me. Number 3, of course, is Paige. We've been together for 12 years now. Number 5, I met Paige in Texas in 2007. And I never even been to Thailand when I met Paige. Number 6, Paige and her brother moved to America when she was 15 years old. She had a choice. She could either go to school in Bangkok University or go to America. So her and her brother decided to go to America, and her parents said, if you go there, you have to completely finish and get a job and you can't come back. So she did that, but we're back now. Number 7, I have 3 kids and I have 3 grandkids from my second marriage. Number 8, I retired and moved to Thailand at the age of 47. Number 9, me and Paige traveled around the United States and Canada in an RV for almost a year before we moved to Thailand, and it was one of the most awesome trips we ever did in our life. So we got to travel and meet all kind of wonderful people and see places that me and her have never even seen in our own country, you know. Number 10, I do not have a pension or any kind of government income. I did not retire from anything that would give me a pension from the United States. Number 11, I was a Master L1 certified auto mechanic for most of my life in the United States. That was my career path. I worked at a lot of places. I worked for just about every kind of automotive dealership there is. Number 12, I've owned 3 different mechanical repair shops myself. Then I finally became financially successful as the owner of an automotive equipment service company that I was contracted through a company called Hunter Engineering Company. And that's where I made all my money at. Number 13, I love to tournament bass fish. Out of my awesome thing I miss so much the most, Ranger bass boats back in America. But I love the competition. I love to bass fish.
Well, Mama told me when I was young.
Number 14, me and Paige will always live here in this house, her parents' house here in Thai Phnom. We have no interest in relocating or buying an anchor somewhere else in Thailand. This is our home base. We plan on always having our things here as our permanent address. And this house is actually Paige's house. So there is no reason for us to want to buy a condo or another piece of land anywhere in Thailand and also have this house too. So this is our home. Number 15, my hobbies. My hobbies are traveling around the world with Paige. Paige is an awesome partner. She's very easy, just like me. We love to try new things, and we, instead of complaining about stuff that's different, we just laugh about it and just enjoy the moment. That's my most favorite hobby. The next is exercising, bike riding, and making YouTube videos and helping people, whether it's kids or adults or anybody that I can, share stuff with you guys on YouTube to help you transition on a vacation or a relocation to Thailand. I really, really enjoy helping people do that the most. Well, not the most, but traveling the most, but I'd love to help people. Second most. Number 16, I assist in conversational English in public schools by written invitation from the school administration office. There's several schools, some schools that have never even seen a Falang. When I pop in there, it's such an awesome feeling to be able to teach the kids and just be around them. They're really awesome. It really is awesome. I will share some moments of that in the future. I promise. I have before. I think it draws too much negativity from some people about legalities, assuming I don't have a permit or I'm doing something illegal. It's really none of their business what kind of permits I've obtained. I think it's comical to listen to some people just automatically assume the worst when you're trying to show something so positive. But I promise I will share some more of that stuff. But I really, really enjoy doing that stuff. And you guys come to Thailand, the schools are just begging for people to come in as a guest and just have conversation with their students. It really is helpful. Thailand is so far behind on their English skills. Number 17, me and my wife do not pay for all of the Sunday Fun Day meals, the parties. I get this question asked, how much did that cost you? Like, they just always assume that when you're in a relationship with a woman, maybe it's just Thailand, that the Falang or the husband has to pay for everything. I don't know. I never did that in my own country. And I'm not going to. Could you? What an insult. Oh, this sucker is going to live here his rest of his life and pay every single thing. And all the people around him expect him to do that. You know, I get it if you're visiting Thailand and you want to sponsor an event, let's call it that, or have a good time with the family. It really doesn't cost hardly any money to do something like that. But every time I offer to buy something, her father is like, no, this is his deal. He likes to have these get-togethers, and he wants to pay for everything. But people bring dishes, people clean, people prepare meals, people bring whiskey. It's a team thing. I get this asked a lot, and the conversation usually starts out as, how much did that cost you? Okay, so I don't pay for it, and when I can, I will, but I don't pay for the meals here. Number 18. We will not be taking over my father-in-law's tuk-tuk business. He had offered that to us before we came here, after we had visited Thailand a few times. I let him know that I was finished in that industry. And Paige has also told me trying to deal with a Thai culture is totally different, and she would have to help a lot, and she doesn't want any part of it either. So we both decided we did not want any part of the tuk-tuk business. Whether her brother wants to take it over, I don't think he does, is up in the air. So that question gets asked a lot. Number 19. Yes, my kids and my mother plan on coming to visit us in Thailand. I have 2 kids that are in the military, a daughter that's been in the Air Force for over 9 years, and a son who's in the Army almost 4 years, and I have a son that lives in Austin, Texas, who's a student going to college. So they've all got their own busy lives. My daughter has a child, and my oldest son in the military has 2 kids, so I have 3 grandkids as well. A lot of people also ask, well, don't I miss my kids? How can I go on the other side of the world and leave my... When I lived there, I never could get a chance to see them. I mean, they all live in different parts of the country, and they work all the time, and they got their own stuff going, and I never got a chance to visit with them as much as I wanted to. Plus, you know, when you live there, you have to work your ass off to pay bills all the time. If I lived there now, I wouldn't be able to retire. I would still have to continue to work, and you know, the American dream, right? So now I could go back to the US and spend 3 months with them if I want to. Okay, number 20, the final question. I get this question asked a lot. Are me and Paige going to have kids? Why don't we have kids? I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a 50-year-old man. Me personally, I don't think it's a good thing to have kids at a certain age in your life. My personal thought. I have a lot of personal reasons why that is. I'll just keep those to myself because I know there's a lot of people over here that are much older than me with newborns. I see them all the time. But for me, I'm not going to have kids. And the best part about it is Paige doesn't want to have kids either. And I got fixed a long time ago. So that took care of that problem. I have no interest at all. So one of the things is when I first met Paige, she told me 3 things. She says, I don't want kids. I don't like kids. She says, I don't want your money. I don't want to share money. I don't need your money. And then the final thing where she says, I don't want to get married. I don't need to get married. We can have a relationship and that's it. So you see why I had to marry her for those 3 things. No kids, didn't need my money, and could care less if we got married. So she was definitely a keeper for me. So no kids in the future. We love to travel. We don't even have pets because, you know, when you have responsibilities, they become an anchor of some sort, and life is so easy for us to pick up and go and do what we want to do. We don't have a house that we have to manage, kids, pets, anything. So that's it. Those are the 20 questions that I get asked a lot. I hope that answered some of them. I'm sure there's more. I try to answer them as we go. But anyway, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Got a lot of awesome adventures coming up really, really quick. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Keep the questions coming. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you. Bye.